Ian going for Vincit. Kyle, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree as well. I think it's going to be Vincit Gaming.
All right, we'll have to wait and see how this one plays out. Let's kick off quarterfinal number 2 here at Crossfire Stars 2019. Vincit Gaming from Brazil up against Baisha from China.
And we're underway on Ankara with Baisha on the attack now. So Vincit Gaming get that, what would you say, the easier half, Kyle, to start off with, just to get comfortable?
It's tough to say. After we saw what they did to SV on this map, I'd say both sides do lean to the favor of Vincit on this map. The attacking side generally has a few more advantages, but with how the Brazilians have been playing this map aggressively, evenly across both sides, I think it's going to be a difficult one for Baisha regardless. So I think they really need to get a confident start in this first half to have a chance here.
You really think they're up against it from the get-go? Well, Baby is going to come into this side corridor, and Emin Diaz is there. Shuts him down easily without a trade, and we know how important they can be. The rest of the Brazilian outfit, though, heavily stacked towards middle with only a very light retake presence on the B site. Interesting to note that early on. But Baisha, they are still unsure of where they're going, whether they're going A or B, trying to prevent any sort of rotations or exploration from Vincit Gaming. And I think ZQLan, I mean, we didn't talk much about him before the show, but he's been pretty important for Baisha to get to this point.
Yeah, he definitely has. He generally tends to play a lot of lurk positions for his team, and as we saw in the Black Widow match they had previously, it paid off quite a bit with him being able to turn rounds back in their favor. But this time around, it is going to be Vincit with the one-man advantage here, looking to make it 2 here, as Mazin has been peeking out for the challenge in mid, but they don't want to give it up just yet. Baisha trying to run down the clock to maybe add some pressure here, but they've also noticed there is a severe lack of presence over towards this direct execution line onto the B bomb site. It's only going to be DGZ holding the cross here from the top of tower.
I'm not sure how they figure this out, Kyle, but they've made the perfect play so far. But DGZ is going to be a very difficult man to cross against, but TF will take him down easily, and that's the B bomb site secured. VG now going to have to retake through the corridors, and well, they were locked down by ZQLan, but Mason was in that nice forward position that unfortunately Baisha were not able to clear out first, and the retake will come in with, it looks like Mason as well, still on the lurk. He'll be coming around on the far flank.
ZZHY in the key position here to try and stall the push back into this bomb site for the retake. Finds himself one, looking for the double kill. Can't find it though. The fancy footwork from Mazin and Lukum take him out. And it's going to be even left in a 1-on-3. Finds the first. The bomb defuse is coming through. And it's going to be stalled out perfectly there by Lukum. And Vincit Gaming pick up the first round here. It looked like it could have been more heavily in their favor though. Baisha getting a good response there, but just quite falling short there on that retake.
Bit of a choke perhaps, Kyle, letting the occasion get to them after having such a successful entry onto the B site. But VG just showing their composure and their teamwork. DGZ now sitting in this smoke, and that's quite dangerous for him. And he'll back out as ZQLan. If his name popped up through that smoke, he would have been blasted. But that being said, no information for Vincit Gaming.
Interestingly enough, too, they're playing pretty much the same style, giving up a lot of control over that B bomb site once again. And, you know, maybe it'll keep working out in their favor. They were able to pretty cleanly retake that bomb site in the first round, so we'll see if they can keep that up. But I think if Baisha starts to realize that they might find a new way of attacking B, that makes it even more compromised when they have that control.
I can see what you were saying, where mostly the Brazilian outfits do tend to play slightly aggressive, and Baisha appear to have set up their attacking side in preparation for that. But unfortunately for them, Vincit Gaming very happy just to sit back and allow Baisha to dictate the play. That does mean, though, that the time will whittle down to a minute before anything sort of really happens.
At least this time around, Baisha won't lose anyone too early on in the first round. You had Baby getting a little aggressive there over towards the vent position on A, so this time it is going to be a full positioning retake here to work their way back towards this B bomb side. It is going to be one player, TF, left with the bomb in his hands just outside of A long there, waiting for any rotators to potentially push out and be picked off here. You also have a nice little lurk from XQ1 in the underpass as well as they try and split things out. and work this way into the B bomb site. Once again, though, it is just going to be a couple players holding the cross, but not directly contesting on this bomb site. But Mazin, he is going to be playing a bit closer by this time for the early support position.
I think by now, if you're Baisha, you can see clearly that it is the exact same setup. So they're going to go for their execute again. If at first you do not succeed, try again. DouyuTV now with the entry. Again, securing the B bomb site, and now this time having a number advantage. TF, not the player that needed to open things up. However, XQ-Lun, like you were saying, being that flank player, could end up being troublesome. All of Baisha alive at this point still.
And Baby just mows down 2 players, and that's going to be it as TF cleans things up. And that'll be a nice response coming out from Baisha to tie this one up. But now it begs the question, will Vincit adapt and put more presence over towards this B bomb site?
I mean, you almost want to do the exact same thing again, because, I mean, were they unlucky in that retake attempt? We're not sure. You know, if I'm Vincit Gaming, I'm just thinking, okay, maybe we could do that same again, but instead have a quicker rotate or something like that. But XQ-Lun preventing that faster rotate as well, that's another thing to keep in mind. So for Baisha, now it's for them to set up, see if they can achieve the same sort of thing again. There's no reason why they wouldn't even want to go back towards B, but you can see now the aggression coming out from the Brazilian squad. They will run into ZZHY with the C4, so that's not a great place for him to be caught on his lonesome, while the rest of Baisha are over here towards the A site, just trying to finesse things a little bit, try and get some aggression, but little do they know that Vincit Gaming are well aware that the B side of the map is fully under their control. Mason just holding off that middle connection towards B, as it looks like Baisha will group up and execute towards the A site. Just Rauzo and Mendez there.
And both of these players really need to hold on with the way VG is set up. There's no quick rotation to support this execution on the A bomb site. Mendez can't get it done. Rauzo goes down as well with no damage being dealt. A crucial mistake coming out from Vincit Gaming, and now it's going to be Baisha and a 5-on-3 for the post plant, and a lot of isolation smokes to work with to make this a very difficult retake for VG.
Lukeham's so far away though, Carl. I'm not sure if he'll get there in time. Mason's already in the middle of a firefight. Their numbers are down. There's only 2 of them left. It's going to take a huge effort from him, and it just won't be enough. And I think that you can count this round out, DGZ, with a lot of work to do. But you can hear the Chinese team, Baisha, just very happy at the moment, singing each other's praises. Definitely happy with the way that round turned out. And that's a flawless execute onto the A site, you've got to say. So worrying signs here for the defense of the Brazilian outfit. From, well, a spectacular rush and a well-timed rush as well by Baisha, but I'm not sure what happened to that defense. It was like the timing was just all wrong. Here comes that aggressive attack that we often see on the A site. Unfortunately, they haven't caught Baisha by surprise, but Vincit Gaming are going to commit to this, Kyle. I'm not sure about that. I mean, you already know that you've given the gift up.
And DGZ caught now. It's going to be almost a frag going the way of Baisha, but it's DGZ who just gets out with his life barely. But they've lost a lot of ground on this map now. B completely compromised, and even just toying with them now over towards the A bomb site. A lot of damage being dealt, but there is still 4 players up for Vincit Gaming here. DGZ and Mendez both very low, but it could be enough to give them this momentum on the retake with the man advantage they've created.
Well, only 20 seconds left, Carl. I'm not seeing anything happening. TF taking down DGZ with the pistol. Baby now holding up on the platform, and somehow Vincit Gaming have got themselves a man advantage, leaving it all up to TF. The C4 obviously planted for the sniper, who misses a crucial shot. May get taken down here. 9 seconds left on the clock, and the diffuser's already coming out. So another flawless retake, despite not having the man advantage, despite not having the map control. Vincit, that's very good coordination from them.
Yeah, another smooth retake, and Baisha, they had everything going right for them in that round. I'm not sure why they got so overeager once they had the plant down. They had a full opening onto the B bomb site, but they only left 1 player on site, and the rest sort of just spread out and got themselves picked off one by one. So Baisha, they're finding these openings, but they're not necessarily always able to capitalize upon them. So we'll see if they can maybe adjust that moving forward. But this time around, we are going to see a 4-man stack over towards this B bomb site positioning coming out from Vincit. They've only left Rauzo, who's actually one of their weakest players right now in the half, alone to defend this A bomb site, and that's a pretty big risk.
That is a big risk, but at the same time, I'm wondering why you would do a 4-man stack towards the B site and then have Mendez shooting through the wall like that, giving away their presence, almost trying to scare off Baisha, like a bit of a confidence play, right? So Lucom and Mendez now will find ZZHY on his own. And again, that, like I said, pointed out earlier, Kyle, that's the C4. So Vincit Gaming have an option here to maybe protect the C4, but instead they'll leave it for TF. And this almost will force them towards A. So Ryu's definitely going to need some help at this point. As you can see now, Baisha collectively just getting straight across to that A side. Ryu here, finally off the scoreboard with a nice 2K. Can't make it a 3 as Even does step up. But the player advantage definitely there for Mendez. He'll opt to give up the site. Wait for his team to back him up. And again, those flanks ever so crucial. Even well aware of it as well. But a nice one-tap headshot from Even. Just trying to get those numbers down so he can plant the bomb. But instead, the rest of Vincit Gaming are going for the kill one at a time. This could be another heartbreak round for the Brazilian outfit. Instead, Mendez finally hits a shot. And we'll put an end to Baisha there. So that was looking very scary. The old one at a time trick, Kyle. We've seen it many, many times here.
Yeah, they have to count themselves lucky that Even was not able to connect on all of those shots. Otherwise, that might have been a round slipping through their fingertips here. But Vincit Gaming, they will hold on to a 3-2 lead, and it's definitely what they want to be doing on this side of the map. It tends to lean slightly in favor of the attacking side, so leading on the defenses here, a solid start for VG, but it's not over just yet. A lot of time left in this first map here for the Baisha side to recover. And it looks like once again they are going to be favoring this attack over towards the A bomb site. This time it is going to be 2 players defending. Mendez, though, playing very up close in the vents, finds the opening pick on the baby, and he's able to fall back to an even safer position now. The counter flash hits as well. He knows it and wants to push through back into it. So a little bit of risk taken here by Vincit, playing that pretty aggressively, but it actually pays off.
Yeah, very ballsy play there by Mendez to be able to retake as well. So the double sniper action might be working out for them here with DGZ. Sitting up in the sniper tower in middle, just waiting for any sort of rotate there. And they have scared Baisha away from that A site completely. And it'll be interesting to see if Lucum is able to do anything once he comes up against them. But instead, no, it's maybe just a double fake here. And there is still only the 2 players on the A site for the Brazilians. And this time Ryu has swapped out positions with Mendez. So interesting to see how Baisha will opt to go for this. Ryu can just sit in that corner. He doesn't need to give his life away. And Mendez... Look at this. They might just walk into him. It'll be very important that he gets flashed off first.
Here comes the flash, and it's going to be ZZHY finding the first. But the trades do go slightly in favor of Baisha on this one. DGZ misses the shot from the top of the tower as well, and that's going to be a crucial mistake against Vincit Gaming here, as now it will be Baisha with full control of the bomb site, but the rotations are quickly coming through. Lucum already on the back lines here, working his way slowly over towards Vents, and it's going to be the remaining 2 players of VG that have to group up with him here. All players now in position for the retake. And it is going to be a spot coming out from DGZ. Hits the headshot. It's a 3-on-2 now. TF and Even left to try and hold on to this one, but Mazin spotted them both here from the entryway onto the A bomb site. Lucum works his way in as Mazin takes down one, making a double kill from Mazin, and a big retake coming through for Vincit Gaming to keep themselves on top.
Fantastic work there by Vincit Gaming. It looks like just when the chips are down and they need to retake the bomb site, and I thought, you know, this waiting for the rotations to come through and these flank retakes were a little bit too predictable. All of a sudden they hit all of their shots. Baisha reposition, and it's just too little too late, and another superb retake. Lucum finds himself a horde of Baisha players earlier in the round, and this could be one of those mix-up rounds coming out of the Brazilians that might just not work in their favor. They're already down 2 players. They really need to take stock of the round at this point.
Right now, you've already had 2 players peek one by one into mid. Surely not a third, but Ryuza wants to go for it anyway. It's going to be DGZ now left to try and hold this cross onto the B bomb site. 4 players about to peek right across from him. But the smokes and flashes come out over the top, and he's going to be completely isolated here. Has to fall off and play for the retake. Ryuza, though, already on the flank, finds a nice shot there. It's going to make it a 3-on-4 now, but Baby is aware of his positioning, and he's going to be holding this one off pretty patiently as Baisha do get the bomb down pretty safe.
TF is the danger man for me here, Carl, as he is on that outside flank despite, Baisha having the bomb site so easily, leaving it up to just Ryu and DGZ now. Ryu, now they know he was on the flank. And Baby was trained on that position, but instead it is TF who comes across from middle, leaving it all onto DGZ. 13 seconds on the clock. It's going to be an almost impossible task. And TF with another fantastic round. Well, it's evening up things ever so slightly for Baisha. That overzealous aggression from Vincit Gaming, maybe not what the doctor ordered. As we can see now, they are going back to their 3-2 split with 3 players heading towards the B site. Lukum, again, very, very aggressive. And Mason instead will be the one to take one down, but like you say, Kyle, the number advantage ends up favouring Vincit Gaming. And this could be an easier round for them after the way things have started out, with Baisha trying to adapt too quickly and instead walking into the traps. Mendez getting a little bit too keen to rotate in behind Baisha and end things. 2 versus 3 now. We've seen these fall apart, but it'll be up to Vincit Gaming, who have been pretty stoic in these sorts of rounds.
Unfortunately, though, for VG, they're going to make the gamble to stack over towards A as this bomb is slowly sneaking its way in towards the B bomb site. They had the numbers, so I'm not sure why they give that up there. But
look at how good their retakes are, though, Kyle. So why not?
Definitely true. They've had some solid retakes on this B bomb site, so we'll see if they can do it once again. But Baby and Even both have been playing very well for the Baisha side here as they look to try and tie this one up. It is still going to be a man advantage as they start the wraparound already for VG.
Bomb's still not down. That's the curious thing for me. As VG... Oh my god, Baisha are going to go through the connector towards the A site and completely doing a lap of the map. Totally aware of what Vincit Gaming are doing. But the thing is, with Vincit Gaming playing the way that they are right now, coming around together as a pack, it's going to be very difficult for Baisha unless Even gets a multiple kill here. He will catch them off guard, no doubt. That bomb should go down any moment now.
The problem now, though, is Even is so far spread out from any sort of support, so he has to frag out. One and done may not be enough here. Baby has to play this one versus 2 on the post plant here. Lukum in position to peek out. DGZ, the arm in hand as well with the support, takes him down. And just like that, it is going to be Vincit Gaming with another round on the board. A nice decision there to potentially catch them off guard, but it just doesn't pan out.
Yeah, I mean, it's a ballsy play for sure. Unfortunately, it doesn't pan out for Baisha Gaming. But I guess when you're in the hot seat, it can be quite difficult. You've got to make some sort of decision, and I'm sure that's worked before in the past for them. So, unfortunately, the way Vincit Gaming played that perfectly, using their numbers, running around as a pack roll, and they get the situation turning out as it should in their favour. Now, instead, Baisha, they'll start the round as per normal with the smokes ringing out across the map, denying any information from that A choke point. This time, Vincit with the 3 players stacked onto the A site. And no aggression towards the B site for a unique change. And of course, that's where Baisha have decided to go this round. With the retake mentality working out for Vincit Gaming, they're not opting to mix anything up, don't want to peek too far. Mason just checking out middle connector there, won't find anything. The rest of the Baisha crew, though, sticking together in a pack of 4. Well, it's going to take quite a long time for that rotate to come in from Vincit Gaming's A players, so let's see what DGZ can do. You can see also TF another little bit of spice to this round. He'll be stopping any sort of late flanks from Vincit Gaming in the retake.
DGZ, though, gets the opener here this time around. Finds his way through the smokes, able to connect on one. Mazin already in the smoke as well, but XQ1 sneaks up behind, finds himself one, almost the double kill, but somehow Mazin gets the flick on him and takes him down, keeping the numbers in favor of VG for the retake here, even though playing the cheeky position here on the wall, drops down into underpass. He's just going to stall out the clock now here and leave ZZHY to hold on, but Ryuzo, he team nades Mazin. What a crucial mistake at this time on the retake. Now 14 seconds in, the lead player has to be Lukum. He picks up the double kill. It's ZZHY. He takes down the diffuser, gets the double.
No way.
But he just barely misses playing the clock. A very close round down to the wire, but Mendez, the hero his team needs here to close out the half in their favor, but it all started off with a team nade there, looking a little bit risky on the retake.
And they win it despite all odds. So an excellent half in the end for Vincit Gaming. Well, here we are with the second half, and Kyle, you noted that they were quite a young outfit, but they seem pretty composed, and they're heading into the attacking side now. As we see Baisha, you know, pretty unique game style, I've got to say, coming out of Vincit Gaming, just giving up that B-bomb side every single round, opting for the retake. We haven't seen much of that so far this tournament. It'd be interesting to see if that is some sort of new meta. And on the flip side of that, very telling that Baisha just were not able to hold on to those post plants, even with the heroics from Zai. And instead, we get a slower round coming out from Vincit Gaming on the attack now. Just clearing out all of the mid-connector for any rogue Baisha players. And a completely different B-hold coming out from the Chinese team.
The unfortunate thing, though, about this positioning is ZZHY has to frag out from this positioning. Otherwise, it could be a completely open bomb site here. If Baisha don't have him anchoring it down. TF able to support on this crossplay, but if ZZHY goes down, this is going to be a difficult site to hold on to. Lukum fights his way and takes him down immediately on the jump spray. TF trying to hold on, but it's a double kill for Lukum, and the bomb plant as well. Not the way to start off the second half for Baisha.
That was just a flawless entry by Lukum, just getting some sort of Terminator feel from him, just going in fast on the attack. DGZ picks up Baby through the smoke just ever so slightly. Not enough to finish him off, though. And again, too late now for ZQ Lum, but the retake coming in for Baisha. See if they can be a successful Lukum. He's going for the ace, and he's going to secure it. No, instead, Ryu comes in and steals that last one. But you know what? You'll be happy just to have the round, a flawless round there from Vincit Gaming, as the lead extends in their favor. It's looking very easy for them, Kyle. I mean, Baisha not really showing us that sort of Chinese resilience at the moment.
You have to think, though, this is probably Vincit Gaming's pick. I mean, they did decimate SV earlier in the tournament on this map, so Baisha having troubles here is definitely not a surprise to me, considering SV's probably looked at as slightly a better team than Baisha at the moment, so this is definitely no surprise here in map number 1. But Vincit Gaming, you have to give them the credit. They continue to be a dominating force here in this tournament so far. Lukum getting 4 kills in the opening round of the half, just continuing that momentum forward. But still, we have veterans on this Baisha lineup. We'll see what they can do to respond back, but it's not looking too hot here as DGZ opens it up yet again with the pick onto Baby.
So quick as well with Lukum just by his side, able to make that shot, and they're going to rotate across towards the B site despite getting that entry onto A. So again, B being the side of comfort for them. They did get him pretty easy last round, and they you know, staved off the retake fairly convincingly. TF will be looking for a name through this smoke. And Zai just checking in any sort of late rotations. He is quickly on the flank here. This could be trouble for Vincit Gaming if they do not get into the site. Lukum, though, will get one as you hear the bomb going down. And the retake coming in by Baisha, 1 by 1. This is not ideal for them. ZQ Lan with all the world on his shoulders will fall. And another easy round for Vincit Gaming. Not even breaking a sweat at this point, Carl.
You just have to wonder at this point if it's a lack of coordination coming out from Baisha. These retakes just seem to be one by one falling to the fire here, and Vincit has no trouble holding on in these post plants, not giving up a single round here so far in the second half. But Lukum definitely having to have some credit here with what he's done for this team. 6 kills in the opening 2 rounds of this half, being a huge impact for this team right now.
If you ever have an entry player who is flawlessly getting into a site such as Lukum is, then they are a dime a dozen, and you'll be holding on to Lukum for quite some time. And as I say, he will fall, but again, they've rushed towards that B site, heavily stacked by Baisha, but they're going to have to be on the retake because they're already smoked out of it.
And here we have XQ1 on the flank already, as he likes to do here. Ryuza spots him from the top of the back staircase here, but it's going to be a counter flank as well, but they are ready for it, even there to take one down. Baby finds another. It's all on Mendez here. Surely not a 1v5. It's not going to happen. And finally, Baisha have some signs of life here on the second half.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit too predictable there from Vincit Gaming to hit the B site, as Baisha hold strong with only a few rounds left in their name before Vincit Gaming walk away with map 1 convincingly. So Baisha do want to start mounting their comeback. Now this attack Oh, sneaky through the smoke there by Evan, who will push on to the A site aggressively. Maybe catch Vincit Gaming off guard, but I think they're well aware of it. They've seen this play before by multiple Chinese outfits. Evan in a very sneaky position. And they do have Zai also pushed up very heavily on the B site for that map control. Any moment now, as soon as Evan spots one, you can imagine Baby will be activated. A lot of pressure on Evan right now. If he falls early, this could be an easy kill. An easy round, rather, for Vincit Gaming, as they're going to opt to back out. As you see quite often, once there is a bit of action towards the A site, very easy for them just to run away, head towards the B site. But look at how aggressive they are already from Baisha Gaming. XQ Lun could be in a position here to capitalize. Although he'll be quickly traded out, I imagine, but instead doesn't even get one. And now I've got to panic if I'm Baisha.
Even though in the key position, takes down DGZ, a nice counter flash. Could give him another as well, but it's going to be VG quickly working their way back towards this A bomb side. And Baisha, they've over-rotated here, putting almost all of their cards aside from TF over towards the B bomb site. And TF, he's immediately taken out, even has to try and sneak his way back over and remain unseen here and potentially prevent this plant, but it's looking fairly unlikely right now. Baby does find one on the rotation, but full site control is now in the hands of VG.
And Zai now just sitting in this corridor with 35 seconds left. He's going to try and draw some intention from the Vincit Gaming team as the rest of his team is on the wider flank. And we've seen how successful this was for the Brazilian outfit earlier on in the first half. So see if Baisha can emulate that now with Ryu holding off that side flank. 18 seconds though. And he'll deal with Baby easily. No trade coming up from Zai. Even though we'll work it. And it's all up to Lucan, but if there's anyone that can do it with 7 seconds left on the clock, it's him. And they've taken quite a while to get on that defuse, Kyle. I don't think so.
Incredibly close and down to the wire, but Vincit Gaming has to be thanking the clock for that one on that bomb, just barely saving them and stalling out exactly how they needed to. A little bit sloppy on the post plant, but still, they get the job done here, and it's already going to be map point on the table, 9-4. A huge first map so far for Vincit Gaming. Lucum still leading the charge, 8-2 here on this half. Even running into trouble already, has to back off of the A connector position. The bomb quickly working in to a fairly uncontested B bomb site. TF moves in with ZZHY to try and hold on here. They do take down Mazin on the rotation, but still, there's nobody holding off this plant. Lucum already going to get the bomb down here.
All right, well, with a player disadvantage, Vincit Gaming have a lot of work to do. Perfectly positioned around the map, and Ryu will hear the remaining Baisha player on the outer flank, and he's going to hide from Baby. I'm not sure he's going to see him coming up the ramp, though, as he does not, but Vincit Gaming just explode on the B side. And Baby, with all the work to do, he needs to get in there and protect.
Now Baby the 1v2. His team surely needs it, but he has to go for the ninja defuse. There's no other option.
No way.
And he's just going to run out of time here. Lucum takes him down, and that will be the first map. A huge victory for Vincit Gaming as they take it 10-3.
Vincit Gaming going to take out the first map in the best of 3, our second quarterfinal of the day. Baisha in. We said, look, we didn't really know how this would play out. We hadn't seen that much from Baisha, and probably not the result they wanted in the first map of this match.
No, absolutely. It did look like the Baisha that we saw earlier on in the group stages, and it seems once momentum is not going in their favour, they just sort of collapse.
Yeah, it was I'm not going to say it was surprising, but I certainly hoped for more from them this particular map, Kyle.
Yeah, definitely. When you look at this roster, you wouldn't expect them to have this many struggles. You have the likes of even a former All Gamers member who's been very strong in past tournaments. I mean, just last year alone, he was able to make it through and do well in the quarterfinals, but this time around, it's looking pretty sloppy from the Baisha side right now.
Yeah, on the flip side, obviously, for Vincit, looking strong. We've been on the lookout for DGZ and how he was going to play. But it was Lukum in the second half who really came out and made a huge difference. Every entry frags, essentially like carried the rest of the team on his back. Not that they weren't playing well, but he was playing superbly.
Yeah, I mean, you think about Mazin and Mdez, and they didn't really have to do a whole lot. And that was mostly because the other players were just playing lights out. Even Ryu, he had a bit of a slow start, but Lukum on the entries, guaranteeing them so many rounds on their attacking side. That, like I said, that's worth a lot.
Yeah, it literally puts you, if you can 80% of the time hit the entry frags that you need, you're all of a sudden at a major advantage at the start of every single round. And obviously a much easier way to play Crossfire when you're up a man. So we take a look. Looks like we're going to be heading into the second map here. Loving it, and very quickly back into the game. We now progress across to Black Widow. After this one, if we need it, it will be sub-base, but if Vincit Gaming takes this out, they're heading into the semi-finals up against All Games. For Baisha, they need to bring this back right here, right now.
And we'll start off with map 2, but last time we saw map 1 fall to the Chinese team, they were very resilient and came back with quite a bang. So it's going to be up to Vincit Gaming to hold off a rallied Baisha. I'm sure they had a bit of a chat in the break. And on a map like Black Widow, who knows how things can turn out. DGZ, though, would be a force to be reckoned with, as he's unable to spot anyone earlier on in the piece. But Mason, with a great forward entry kill, pushed up on short, will take down Baby, caught napping there. And we do just have the C4 all on its lonesome on TF, so that'll be detrimental to Baisha should he fall. But Mazin trying to find a way out of short.
And right now for Baisha, it's going to be taking this map control back. That's the challenge. The only benefit they do have is even here holding off the A-long aggression, but he's actually going to back off and rotate as well. It looks like they may group up for a potential B take here, but the second I say that, it is going to be the bomb rotating now over towards A-long in the hands of TF here, and it looks like they want to take this challenge on and potentially go for the peaks here.
Yeah, and it's usually we do see a bit of aggression from these Brazilian sides towards that B side as well, particularly after getting that opening kill. But Mazin falling back and saving his life is going to be a huge advantage come later on in this round. Now TF pushing up with Zai on his shoulder. It'll be interesting to see if, without a sniper here on the A side, if they're able to hold off this attack as it comes in. Mazin misses the initial couple of shots. Executalon will take down Lukum. But then you have the rest of Vincit Gaming coming in on the rotate, leaving it all up to TF. And that should be the first round done and dusted, but TF with a bit of resilience instead will fall. So there we go. That's a great way for the Brazilian outfit to start this second map. The same way that they finished the first. And if you're Baisha right now, also on the attacking side, well, things are looking very difficult. There is no recipe to success for you so far.
We do see Mazin and DGZ both pushing mid, actually with ARMS. For Mazin, that's a quite surprising changeup for him. Not usually a sniper in his hands that we see. So we'll see if that pans out for him in this round. But they do actually just take some damage and are forced back in their positioning here. And they do give up mid in the process, just leaving Mendez to hold it from the B doors. But now Baisha, the question is, can they find their way into some entry frags? That has been one of the huge hindrances to them so far. They go in guns blazing, but they don't have any advantages prior to their attacks here.
Well, they do have Even, like we pointed out previously in the last round. He does have that long control, and it'll be quite interesting to see if he activates first or if it will be this four-man stack on short from Baisha Gaming. It is locked down by Mason, but here come the smokes and flashes. And that'll be guaranteeing them at least halfway up short, but Mazin does not miss. And Lukum is in the perfect position, but unfortunately falls without getting one. The DGZ somehow capitalizing and getting two, but Zai with 4 kills this round will secure it almost for Baisha Gaming individually, and he's almost going to get the ace, and there it is. That's one round for Zai. And 1 round for Baisha Gaming as Ryu obviously locked out, not able to see anything through that smoke. And, well, if it's going to take that to win this game from Baisha, I'm a little concerned. Vincit Gaming, I don't think I would be too worried about that.
Yeah, definitely a sloppy round, I'd say, on both sides. DGZ, I don't even know how he got 2 kills in that round as he was falling off the catwalk, and somehow they have ZZHY to thank the ace in his hands to tie this one up, but still a lot more work left to be done for the side of Baisha. They're a map down of even tying the series, so they have a lot of work to do here. We'll see what they have in store to try and recover as they look to try and group up potentially over towards a B split here in this round. Baby looking for the pick of Cat. Can't seem to spawn anyone just yet. Falls back towards B. And now that's 3 players grouped up outside the B box room.
Yeah, and B hasn't really been tested yet, so looking forward to seeing what Baisha can do there and whether or not Vincit can hold it off with Mendez and Ryu. Middle also not being contested by any snipers by Vincit Gaming. Instead, it will just be DGZ holding off on short. That means long is open yet again, so this corridor for Baisha has been time and time again exploited. And this time Lucan with the entry as he pushes up Cat with Mazin, and XQ Lun on the flank goes down, and that's going to be a telling sign for Vincit Gaming, Carl, especially if you're going to tag XQ Lun as their lurk player. It's it's giving away quite a lot, so Baisha will need to move around based off that because Vincit Gaming will just getting that kill really tells them quite a lot. But as the clock winds down, you've got to imagine that Baisha will be trying to mix things up. As with the full map control, they do have a card up their sleeve. DGZ now. Perfectly timed counter. Flash will assume the position, but instead the timing is not right, and the attack comes in from Baisha with Baby on the entry.
Lucan steps up, finds one before going down, but it's not going to be enough to hold on to this bomb site just yet. Mendez, though, waiting for the plant here, actually just sitting patiently in the A window, waiting to see what happens here. Baisha still yet to plant this bomb. Finally now, they will get it down here, but it's all about the retake here. Vincit Gaming with a slight HP advantage, but not a lot of positioning to work with just yet.
We have a whole lot uneven. That's going to be a big thorn in the side for Vincit Gaming. Ryu was holding off that flank, just waiting for his team to get up Cat. And the world's against them now. Even again, getting another one. Can he get the third? 15 seconds left. It's almost impossible for Mazin. He's stuck on short, and they're all going to face him at the same time. But instead, he gets one. But there's only 6 seconds left. He will not be able to defuse in time. And Zai will be there as well, just to put him down. As the Chinese finally have something to celebrate. A couple of rounds go their way. Vincit Gaming looking a little bit shaky here on the start after having such a great first round. DGZ going back to exactly what he did on the first round, trying to get that mid control. Backed up by Mazin, who will be pushing mid also. A lot of map control for Vincit Gaming, but also very dangerous positioning. TF will take down DGZ, sitting in the that attacking spawn, looking through that little window. And Mazin now, he spots the C4. This is huge. Goes for the shot straight away, and will take down TF. Goes for more 1v1s, but XQ Lun will put an end to that. Now Mendez, he knows the C4 is there. He's deciding, he's in 2 minds if he'll try and take the fight or if he'll just get better positioning. And with only 2 players left for Vincit Gaming, they can't really hold any one bomb site, especially with Zai almost in B on his own. So they're going to sit in the middle. And again, like I said earlier, even taking long control, I think that is the thorn in the side here with a great shot by Ryu just to hold off Zai on that B site. And that means they can both work together to hold A.
Now it's going to be a full rotation back over towards Even's positioning here. 3-on-2 for this execution over towards A. But I definitely like how the defense is playing this. Ryuzo, he just has to stay alive here. Mendez playing for the information, but he's going to rotate off as well. But actually, both teams seem to be playing back off of this A. It's a game of cat and mouse here to decide which way they want to take this bomb. It looks like they may just go for the full rotation here and split it back towards A. So it's going to be the double fake here, leaving Ryuzo alone to try and challenge these players.
I don't like it,
1v3.
Kyle. I don't like it. I would have much preferred they played together centrally in the map and go for the retake. Ryu is going to have to cause a whole heap of havoc here to hold on to the A site. And with Baisha grouped up as they are, it's going to be very difficult for him. But His position is given away. He gets one, but again, like I said, one and done won't be enough for Mendez. The HP advantage does go his way, though, so a bright future for him. C4 not yet down, but he will take 2 fights at once, and the Chinese play that perfectly.
The round's definitely coming down to the wire, but Baisha getting the best of them here as they start to get a little bit of momentum on their side. But as we saw, this is one of their stronger maps, so it's probably their pick coming into this to work with. And it is the actual favorable side for them as well. So they've got a lot on their side so far, but it's still not over yet for Vincit Gaming. If they can get at least 3 or 4 rounds on the board this half, they'll be feeling comfortable. But the fight's already happening here over towards the B bomb side. It's going to be Lucum picking up 1. DGZ, though, finds another in mid. It's a 3-for-1 exchange as the forced play comes over towards this B bomb side.
That was a great defensive play there by Vincit Gaming. Rushed by Baisha with everything against them. They were still able to trade out effectively. And Lucum also able to get out of dodge, leaving it up to DGZ to stop anyone chasing him through those doors. Now, the C4 is not going to be planted, and Baisha have opted out of the B site, but guess what? Lucum has gone on the flank and only gets 1 for his money, so that's a bit of a strange turn of events. But with a 3-on-1, I've seen so many Brazilian outfits lose these facing 1 at a time. Now down to a 1v2. Can we see a bit of deja vu here for Vincit Gaming as DGZ even misses a shot as well? Ooh, very, very lucky for Vincit Gaming. As if the ex-All Gamers player even would be able to get that kill, that would be almost guaranteeing the C4 down and putting Vincit in a tough position. But another round for the Brazilian squad with a great defense. But again, that risky late round play is going to get them undone eventually. This time, long control goes the way of Vincit, and that'll be even kept out of it for now. So that's a bit of map control that really secured Baisha those early 3 rounds. And without that, well, we'll just have to see if they're able to adapt.
An interesting play call to change up as well. Even heard all 3 players push A long, but calls for his team to go back into this anyways. We'll see if they decide to challenge Mendez here on the corner, just holding it very patiently, but he has to connect on these shots. Here comes the peak. 3 players swing wide, and he goes down immediately.
Yep.
Not how you want to start off this round. Especially now it's a 5-on-4 with only 1 player left to defend this side. It's going to be DGZ left alone on the back of the A staircase.
You can see how that play was meant to turn out with DGZ ready to peek should Mendez be able to fall down and hide and bait. Instead, the aggressive play for the B site to get that map control could just find Baisha walking into it. They've come back towards that side of the map in particular just to check for any aggression. Matt's in with a bad spot. We'll get double peeked perfectly by Baisha. Excellent teamwork. And anything that Vincit Gaming do to try and catch Baisha off guard isn't working out for them. Except for that, Ryu tries to even up 1 on Cat. Goes for a re-peek. Potentially unnecessarily, but 3-on-4. He's feeling confident. He's playing very well so far. And he gets another 1 for his money, so now Baisha need to work together to put end to Ryu as he gets another. And he's pretty much done enough for them. And it's going to be DGZ now holding off short with the Orm. And Lucum, well, we've seen how good he can be, so not a great situation for XQLun to be in, but as a lurker, I'm sure he's been in it many times before. He has the C4, and he has the middle of the map.
It's going to be 1 up on the board. Can he get the 1v2, though? Not going to happen. Lucum cleans it up. And that'll tie it here 3-3. Baisha, they started this first half off pretty confident in themselves, but Vincit, they're responding nicely here. And Baisha, you see the mistakes start to seep through again.
It's almost written on their faces, isn't it, Kyle? We finally see a smile crack out from Vincit Gaming, and Baisha back to being serious and steely determination as they stare at their monitor, looking for a new answer, as they are unable to get that A-long control despite getting the kill. Falling back and getting another through middle, but Ryu's heroics on Cat really getting that round for them, just securing it perfectly and putting a lot up for XQLun. So let's see, different tactic altogether now from Baisha. No long control, just sitting in middle, waiting for that Cat aggression. It won't come out. Instead, waiting for a B attack as well, won't come out. Vincit Gaming just sitting very passive, no need to do anything. Starting to feel pretty happy with themselves so far in this half, having 3 rounds on the board.
VG, though, they've been given so much map control, able to push Mendez all the way out long. And now it's almost forcing Baisha to have to go up catwalk here and challenge DGZ head on. Fortunately for them, though, he's the only player directly contesting the A bomb site. So if they take him down quickly, the rotation has to be perfect for VG to take this round back away from them. But it's going to be Baisha playing this one very slow. They send the fake player into the B bomb side. It's going to be ZZHY just trying to sell this fake while the rest of the team works their way up cat. But now it's on to DGZ. He has to hit the shots here, or it could be too late. DGZ finds one, looks for more here. It's not going to happen, though. Even gets the trade. But it's going to be Mazin here, lurking in the shadows of the A window, waiting for the attack. Lukum finds one on the rotation as well. The lurk of ZZHY taken down, and the bomb now planted for Baisha.
An interesting thing to note, Kyle, is despite not speaking Portuguese, the Chinese team will often cry out fake call-outs for their executes, and that's what happened there on that B execute with just the one player. And Mendez will fall, and that's Ryu now with the world on his shoulders, 1v3. He spots out TF. It's going to be up to Exculun to cover him. No, instead he opts to fall back as well, as the bait will be once he is in the open on Cat, well, that's when they'll all peak. Ryu now out of ammo, left up to the pistol as Baisha wear down that clock on the bomb timer, and another round for them.
You got to give credit there to the patience from Baisha, not over-peaking in that 1-on-3, and that's exactly the difference we've seen.
Yep.
Vincit Gaming, more often than not, they probably would have taken that peak as we've seen in the past. They're not afraid to take that, but it's been a bit of their downfall on this half so far. Baisha leading at 4-3. 2 rounds left, though. Vincit still could find a way to take this half away, but Baisha having a much better showing here in map number 2 so far. Once again, though, they do allow Mendez to take control of this position and force the push early over towards B.
Just your average setup, though, for Vincit Gaming. Baisha very quiet across the map as well. So it's been a while since we've seen Lukum and Ryu have to defend this B site. But it was successful last time with the rotate coming in from DGZ. Now DGZ won't be that player this time. Instead it will be Mazin.
Nice little bit of pre-fire coming out from these defenders on the B-bomb side. It's going to be a 3-for-1 exchange. TF tries to get the best of it, but Ryuzao, what a play. 4 kills on the hold there. 2 with the Colt. And that is exactly what they needed on the side of Vincit Gaming to tie this one up and get some momentum back in their hands here. That's an incredible hold from him.
Yeah, definitely what you want to see, particularly after seeing Zai get that ace earlier on in the half. It almost nullifies that. So 2 individual players really just helping out both teams. As we see Ryu definitely stepping up with a great 10-6 scoreline for this first half. A 3-man stack on Cat. We haven't seen that so far, but Baisha have been very meticulous in making sure that anything like that they don't walk into easily. Baby just holding off short here. Might get caught if he does opt to jump across. As the C4 is over towards long. Oh, that flash is perfect, but instead Mendez will take down Baby, who has been having a pretty rough game, to be honest. And even will have to get out of dodge as well, as he understands the 3-man team on short will definitely be able to deal with just little old him at this point. Playing it safe. As Baisha still have these players waiting outside the B site ready to activate. DGZ maybe catching Exculun there. And will opt to fall back with that player advantage in mind. No need for VG to spread out too thin. Again, TF has long control for Baisha. Wonder how they use it, Carl.
Right now, though, VG taking a bit of risk here over towards the B bomb site. They really only have DGZ in position to prevent the push. If he goes down immediately on a B execution, it could be a difficult round to recover. But luckily for Vincit Gaming, it is going to be Baisha taking the bomb and 2 more players up the catwalk here as TF works his way slowly out long. But there's going to be a full 4-man stack here ready to respond. Mendez going to be the first point of contact here on the catwalk. But here come the counter flashes. Mendez has to dodge it. Eats the second one, though, and he's taken down. ZZHY finds one, but Lukum here to try and hold on. Only able to get one, but Ryuzao jumping out the window. He's going to be able to get one as he backs up his teammate there, but even cleans up the site nicely, taking down both defenders and leaving DGZ in a 1-on-2.
That's doable, Kyle. DGZ, obviously one of the star players for Vincit Gaming. But with the Orm, he can swap out for an AK. There are plenty littered on the floor around him. Instead, he'll opt to go through window. Now, remember, TF was long with that sniper, so you'd imagine he would have this position trained instead. Oh, DGZ gives his position away, just missing that quick scope. And again, this is where we see the difference. Baisha not over-peaking. And, well, there you go. That'll be the first half. Excellent work there by Baisha as they go in with the lead.
You've got to wonder there. If he had the AK, there might have been a chance to make that one happen.
Absolutely. All right, second half underway, and Vincit Gaming on the attack. Very quickly asserting themselves towards the B site with some flashbangs and a smoke. Also, you'll note Baisha have taken that long control and cat, but will quickly fall off. And Vincit Gaming do look to be at the moment ready for a quick hit towards B. Or just giving their presence away that there are multiple people here to try and cause a rotate. Nothing coming out from Baisha too much. Oh, those grenades, though, doing a little bit of damage as Even will rotate across and get into the sneaky corner. The idea being that once Vincit Gaming, should they execute on B, once they get two, they might not check for a third. Instead, though, I think Vincit Gaming have done perfectly to get an extra player over to the B site. I'm not sure if they will hit it. Full map control for Baisha with with Baby holding long, as well as TF holding off the A site with that sniper. So here comes the execute onto B.
It's going to be a full commitment here, but 3 players of Baisha all in position to hold this one off. Surely they won't be able to let it go down too easily, but it's going to be Lukum and Mendez leading the charge. They both picked up kills, respectively. Ryuzo comes in for the trade as well as Lukum goes down to ZZHY, and it's going to be a 4-on-2 already. All 3 defenders taken out very quickly here. TF already on the lurk as well, trying to fight his way back in. Baby, now the last player left as Mendez finds one. DGZ already in position to take down the last remaining player, misses the shots, and Baby finds one, looks for the double, but with just 3 HP, there's surely no way out of this one.
No, I don't think so. And I mean, like I said, that round pretty much played out perfectly for Vincit Gaming, despite stifling their attack on the B site. The 3 players there, catching them off guard. But, you know, when you've got Lukum on the entry, just doing so well, that's a lot of pressure onto that lurk player. And that's going to be the scoreline, evened up with Vincit Gaming winning the first round of both halves. A great sign for them and a good confidence booster, as Baisha didn't have anything to answer to that. A full stack on the B site and still not able to win. That's got to be a bit of a chink in the armor for Baisha. See how they adapt. They're going for their cat control again with Baby and Even. Nothing there, though, as Vincit Gaming again waiting for any sort of aggression towards B. And interesting to see for me, Kyle, whether they stay B. Last round was a perfect opportunity for them after they did that little fake attempt. Instead, Lukum now will get flashed into short.
It's going to be a 1-for-1, but Mazin, I'm not sure how he got that second shot through the smoke, but Even will go down as well. And once again, we see Baisha making some early mistakes on their defensive hold, and it seems like even if you have VG going into where all of the defenders are focusing, Baisha can't hold on to it.
I mean, that was a perfect stack and a smoke grenade to boot. Baisha still unable to come out on top, and instead they will get a little bit impatient on that B site and walk straight into Vincit Gaming. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for this round, with TF and the Orm ready for the retake, but quite a difficult job to do 1v3. Although the way the Brazilians play, sometimes a little bit risky, could allow an easy pick for TF. DGZ ready there for the trade. And that's all she wrote there for that one. So we get closer and closer to Vincit Gaming potentially walking away with a 2-0 here. I don't want to curse it. I've cursed it already. But we'll see how things pan out. A very forward attack on the B site will be stifled by Vincit Gaming's utility. Baisha with the 3 players in that crate room. Box room, you probably call it. Box hall.
Yeah, box room is the standard call, but hey, it is going to be a full rotation actually coming out though from VG. They're going to be sending 4 players to take mid-control. Lukum and Mazin once again eager to challenge Baby and even on Cat, and rightfully so. They win that duel pretty perfectly. Lukum actually gets another kill on the process as well. XQ1 a little bit shell-shocked there on that one. 2v5 now. TF and ZZHY trying to clean this one up and turn something out of it, but still, it's going to be a tough one at that as the bomb is going to be working its way over. A little bit late, though, as they did leave it in their spawn.
Yeah, that's not good, but at the same time, it was an excellent round so far for Vincit Gaming, so that bomb in their spawn might be actually detrimental to them after TF is able to get out window and gets 2 great picks. And now this is a doable round. What was a 2 versus 4? And Zai will be up against Mazin and Lukum, who have been pretty star players for Vincit Gaming so far, but C4 not yet down, a minute left on the clock. Very, very lucky there for the Brazilian outfit. That's a 4-on-2. They almost throw it away. And Baisha, you know, they're doing their best to stay in these rounds, but their best just is not good enough.
And more importantly, they have not yet put up a round on their defensive half here. It's 3 straight rounds for Vincit Gaming so far, so Baisha really needs to anchor down. 2 players still yet to put a single frag up on the board this half, and one of them even has already fallen here in this round as well, making things exceedingly difficult for the Brazilian team to be shut down here. So Baby already on half HP as well. Baisha Gaming looking for some form of recovery. TF might be the answer, but not this time around. Mazin takes him down as well. And Vincit Gaming have a 5-on-3 advantage now as they push their way over towards this A-bomb side attack.
5-on-3 on the attack, Kyle. I'll take those numbers any day, as Lukum will just rush straight into the A site, looking for anything he can find. Ryu will fall down into middle and lose his life there, but Lukum just getting shots wherever he can. As soon as he sees someone, deals with them quickly and efficiently. And again, a bit of deja vu here for XQ, Lun and Zai on a 2 versus 4 retake onto the A site. This time, the Vincit Gaming boys take the C4 with them and get it down. So Mazin, who's been perfect on these stairs, nothing short of it, will finish off the round very quickly. And I tell you, this outfit is looking very scary.
Very scary indeed. Just 2 rounds away from booking themselves a ticket to the arena in Shanghai and a spot in the semifinals against all gamers. And that would put them in a position to go 3-0 through all of the Chinese lineups in CFS 2019, but still 2 more rounds to get to that next step here remain. Baisha Gaming, though, they need 5 to take this one into a map 3 situation, and then they would still have to win that map. A tall order to fill for them here to stay alive in CFS, but we'll see what they have for us here right now. It's going to be XQ Lun holding off the initial push towards B, but it's a full rotation coming through, actually, as it looks like we are going to see Vincit Gaming once again favoring this push up onto short. It's going to be 2 players holding the backside of A. See if they can hold it off this time around. TF and Baby, I'll be up for the task.
Well, I've got the Orm trained on short. TF has been playing reasonably well for Baisha, but you'll be asking quite a lot of him. Ryu making a little bit of noise outside the box room for Zion, XQ Lun, just to keep those players as far away from the A side as possible. But at the same time, the rotate does look like it will be coming through after making a bit of noise, clearing out Cat, clearing out short. You understand it's going to be a long time for a retake, as they'll be all the way in the A site. So let's see if they can get past these 2 Baisha players unscathed. And it's looking good for Vincit Gaming as they get into the B site with 3 kills and only losing Lukum. So that is very ideal for the Brazilian outfit. Now with only the C4 to plant, they'll cross the doors. TF last alive as Baby falls. And if you're Baisha, you're just thinking, or if you're TF, you're just thinking, how am I last alive again? And Vincit Gaming are just walking all over Baisha. Everything they do seemingly works out in the end.
Now TF looking for nothing short of a miracle here, and it's not going to come his way. Mazin picks up yet another frag here, continuing to lead the charge in this second half, and now it's going to be 4 match point opportunities put on the table for Vincit Gaming to find themselves as our second team to move through to the semifinals. And it's not over just yet. Baisha Gaming looking for that last glimpse of hope to keep the dream alive here
All right, now, well, if I'm Anubis Gaming, I'm going to watch very carefully just to see how you do close out these games against the Chinese team when you have a good lead. And on a map like Black Widow, 3 players stacked towards B. Baisha trying anything they can just to mix things up. Nothing outrageous from the Chinese outfit, though. No one going for aggression, no map control, no idea of what is happening around long or short. And so this passive turtle play by the Chinese outfit might just work out for them as the B execute will be coming in quick and fast.
Now it is going to be just some patient play from Baisha. They haven't revealed their positions just yet, but it may not matter. It's going to be VG working their way in. Lukum and DGC get the entries, but even he's holding on very patiently on the back of site, finds himself a double kill, and Baby has now rotated in for the support as well. Vincit Gaming, it's starting to fall apart a bit for them on this round, so they will decide to back off here and try and go for the full rotation. Very smart decisions here from Vincit Gaming, but still, a 2-on-3, they need to be careful not to let this one slip.
Well, this is their best opportunity, really. You already know the situation. You know there's 3 players towards the B site because that retake came in so fast. DGZ, though, with the sniper, will be looking to get anyone crossing back towards the A site while the C4 does go on its merry way. And Vincit Gaming just delaying that attack on the B site, sitting in the open a little too long, allowing Baisha to just pick away at them through the corridors when previously the other rounds Lukum has just forced his way deep and dry into that B site, and that's where they found their success. Ryu just checking out every corner. Baisha opting for the 3-man rotate. You can see they're all spread out, but eventually they will collapse at the same time. 20 seconds on the clock as the bomb goes down. Even opts to change sides. Will catch DZZ napping in the side, and Ryu, it's all on him, and he's gone on quite an expedition, and another round for Baisha. So, can the Brazilian team close this one out? They've looked a better team the entire day, but Baisha are starting to show that resilience, that fight, that grit. They'll keep them in the game, keep them in the tournament, maybe get us to a 3rd map should they get past overtime. And Vincit Gaming now, you've seen the 3-man stack towards B so many times. You've got to wonder, do they figure it out? Do they go for a fake and then head back through short? Something which they've been able to clear out round and round again. Clear out short, head towards B, cause the 3-man stack and head back towards A. Oh, let's see if they can do the math. They don't have the mini-map like we do, Carl.
Fortunately, they do not, and the biggest thing for Vincit I've noticed that most teams don't do is they're not afraid to double fake here. A lot of teams in Crossfire don't tend to bring out those double fakes, but it's paid off wonders for this roster here, proving their worth and potentially able to close this one out here if they can find this round. Mazin going to be leading the charge here with Lukum once again over towards the A-bomb site. TF, who's been having some struggles here dealing with these attackers from Vincit, has to try and hold this one off, but they're actually going to play this one slow once again, backing it off, just trying to maybe throw some fakes here before they go in for the execution, but it is still going to be Ryuzo who stays here to try and sell this fake.
Yeah, this is nice, actually. They've gone up short with quite a few numbers, and they've headed back towards long, but at the same time, Baisha have gotten impatient, and they maybe caught wind of it, and they'll be fast on the rotate behind. A very noisy execute onto A long, which could be part of the fake for Vincit Gaming. And should they back out of long, they're going to walk straight into 2 Baisha members. So they need to commit onto this A site for their own good. And I don't think it's going to work out that well for them.
But it is going to be Lukum who forces his way in, but XQ1, he's on the flank, gets a single kill, make it a double. It's going to be Lukum caught in the smoke, even finds one, but XQ1 still alive on this flank. Makes any more repositioning very difficult here for Vincit Gaming. Ryuzao and DGZ left to try and get this bomb down, but they have to recover it first, and even he's doing a great job here of stalling this one out for his teammate to try and get some new positioning here on the bomb site. DGZ, though, works his way in, but surprisingly, XQ1 gives up the long positioning here over to Vincit Gaming to take back control of the site.
I like it from XQ1. You know you're up against DGZ. Instead, he'll come out short, and Ryu gives his life away. That's not what you want. DGZ, if anyone can finish this off, it's DGZ versus XQ1 for match point. Just the pistol. And he's done it. That's Vincit Gaming going through to the quarterfinals.